Hello and good morning. Happy Saturday, everybody. How are you all doing? I'm just going to wait for others to join us and we shall get started. Happy Saturday, everybody. Okay, right. Happy Saturday or happy weekend, should we say? Happy weekend, everyone. Just going to wait for others to join us and then we will get started. And this is going to be a very quick live stream, actually. Okay, it's going to be a very quick live stream. A very quick live stream. You guys, come on in.
I'm making this video to public.
Come on in, guys. Come on in.
Something.
Come on in. So, waiting for a few people and then we shall get started. All right. Let's play a bit of music while others join us. Okay, I can see there's a few of you here already. Happy Saturday, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. So, I'm just going to cut straight to the story or to what is going on right now. So, the lady you can see on the thumbnail, I'm sure you all know her. She is known as Adeola Fayehun. She's a popular YouTuber. I mean, she talks everything on, everything on YouTube. She does everything. So I was on Instagram yesterday and I came across this video. Apparently, like I said, she works a lot of people. She does business shout outs. She has lots of affiliates. So this video is not really about her. Okay. Obviously, if you look at the thumbnail there, you'll see what this is all about. And we're just talking about, I mean, obviously, like from one of our endorsements, she has taken an endorsement that is probably about to lead her into trouble and stuff like that. So I'm probably going to play just a short snippet of a video and just going to give you a quick summary. So in the video, she was actually pleading with I'm not sure if I know the if I get the right name of the essay company. Where are they? Lifecard? I think they are called Lifecard estate company. If anybody knows them, let me know. So apparently she's pleading with Lifecard real estate company and the owner, whom she referred to as Auntie Grace, to address issues of poor customer service, project delays. It's like people buy property and it's taking them 2-3 years to get their paperwork, or they're not even communicating and stuff like that. So in the video, she was talking about addressing their lack of poor customer service to customers who bought property from them, delaying their projects and lack of communication. And she's urging Auntie Grace and her company to fulfill the promises to customers who invested their hard-earned money, in investing and buying properties. And most of these people, I would imagine, are people in diaspora. Guys, for me, there's been, even though I've been in diaspora for a very long time, we have investment and stuff in Nigeria. These investments, we've not had to do them while we are not there. We've not had to do them while we were not there. Like, it's either if we're not able to go there, We, we send family, and it's times that we've been to Nigeria, we've gone on to go check what this is are. So to be sure that it is what they give us, what they said to us that that is being said to us. So let's listen to this video, okay?
That we've tried to address.
So let's start from the beginning. Guys, please like us.
Okay, guys, I'm making this video to publicly discuss something that we've tried to address privately, not just for weeks, not just for months, but for years, and we are not getting anywhere. For those that will say, why are you bringing this to the public? There's nothing that I will say here that has not been discussed privately, and I really wish that I don't have to make this video, but all efforts are not working. So first of all, I'd like to thank my viewers for their patience, especially everybody that patronized a real estate company that I've advertised for over the years. I'm talking about Lifecard Real Estate Company owned by Auntie Grace Ofure. And I know that Lifecard will see this video. I'm really hoping that Lifecard will take this video as a positive criticism and actually do the needful instead of taking offense. I honestly hate that he has to come to me having to make a video about this, but so much has happened behind the scenes, guys. Projects that are not completed when they were promised, documents not sent when they were supposed to, even payment receipts not sent on time. I mean, why? The biggest issue has been the terrible customer service and the extremely poor communication. I'm truly sorry to everybody that has been affected by this. I know a lot of people have been. I've met with some of the people that bought properties with the company. We've had a lot of back and forth with the company. We've had several Zoom meetings, people pouring out their hearts. I've had the company show us.
And I'm sure for her, just like you said, that for her to come out here and even put this real estate out there, it must have taken her a lot of effort to not bring it out. But then, if you are a content creator and you are endorsing companies, like people have actually gone on to make businesses with this company because they trusted you, right? So for her to come out here and actually speak about this must take her, like, she must have thought about it that, oh wow. And I will say, I will commend her, because some people will not come out here. They'll say, you want to boju me Jenny, you want to spoil my face. I trusted you companies, and those customers have come to you because I came here to speak about it. And yes, there are content creators who get paid to endorse companies. I have been approached by a couple of them. And just because at times I'm like, okay, I don't really know what I'm doing here, but then again, I really do. For the fact that even a couple of them that actually approached me, I will not name them, because now when I see the comment about them, reviews about that, I was like, thank God I did not venture into it. Because for me, I was like, okay, before I can do that, I was asking them for documentation for how you're going to do things. Like, if things go wrong, is it going to come back on me? Because like I said, I'm going to bring all of this your business, I'm going to bring it to my social media handle. I'm going to speak to people about it. And obviously, people who actually have a trust in me, or who believe that I will not bring bad business to them, they will go ahead and do business with these companies, right? But then if something goes off, this has always been my fear. If something happens, if you don't deliver to the people who have come to purchase from you, it's going to fall back on me. Is it not? It's going to fall back on me. And I would imagine that the people who have done business with Adeola would have contacted them, like they'll be bombarding her with messages saying that, oh, these people are not bringing, they are not forthcoming, they are not doing this, they are not doing that. So it's crazy, but yeah.
Where the work stands by video, like we were live asking them questions and stuff. I also brought the owner, Auntie Grace, live on the show to speak with people, but that didn't go too well. So after the last meeting with the investors, the customers, and the company, even though the company was more reasonable at the last meeting, I told everybody I'm going public about what has been happening so that the company will be more proactive in doing the right thing, because I've realized that they don't even know that there's a problem, and if they don't know that there's a problem, we're not getting anywhere. And so far, every effort to get Auntie Grace to do the right thing is being taken as if we are attacking her. But I actually believe that like they can still turn things around, and if they do, I'll be the first to let people know. I'm honestly not trying to destroy anybody's reputation, and I'm not dragging anyone. I'm not accusing them of stealing anybody's money. In fact, I think that the main issue is they started getting into too many projects at the same time. So I'm just here to beg them publicly to do the right thing, and maybe you can help me beg them. Please, whatever you do, you can abuse me in the comment section, but please don't abuse Auntie Grace, don't abuse her company. I just want the people that paid for land or for apartment to get their apartment. So I'm just begging them publicly to do the right thing. Take one project at a time, focus on it, finish it. These are not just my viewers. These are people who use their hard-earned money, their savings, their pension to invest in land or in apartments in Nigeria. So there is no way that I would distance myself when the company failed to deliver. Not only have I been in communication with the customers, by the way, who invested their money, especially those who bought prime estate apartments, who were promised that they would get their apartment in 18 months. It's been about 4 years now, so they've really tried. They all have my number, we talk, but I also made sure I did not advertise for any other real estate company. In more than 2 years, actually, I only advertised for Tunde Laniran Farms because I've been working with them before this happened and I've had no issues with them, and they are into farming, not construction. In fact, I also stopped advertising for Terra developers owned by Uncle Kola Ashiru Balogun, despite the fact that they are doing a wonderful job. I had only one complaint about them and they took care of it. They met with the customer, but I stopped advertising for them as well because of what's happening with Lifecard, and I'm sorry for that. And honestly, I've received several ad requests from big real estate companies. Some of them will say, name your price, or they will go through elderly people close to me to try to convince me to work with them. But I've said no to all of them because I believe it will be an insult to those who are right now regretting their investments for me to now be promoting another, So I'm really glad that after the last meeting, the Lifecard promised to update us every 2 weeks. And yesterday they sent a video for updates. So thank you so much for doing that. Honestly, I truly appreciate you doing what you said that you would do. You said you update us where the work is in 2 weeks. So thank you for doing that. See, that wasn't so hard. Now, please, we would like if you also send documentation to those that you are supposed to, because at the last meeting you told them that they will get it soon and they've not seen it. Now, did I do my due diligence before advertising for them? Because I know a lot of people would ask. Yes, I did. In fact, for more than 6 months after they contacted me. And everything was going well at the beginning. But like I said, after advertising for them, I think they got into two.
You guys heard that, she's tried her best, obviously trying to discuss with the owner of the businesses so they can try and, adjust some of the issues that have been raised. Still, there was no improvement. And then, like, obviously, you heard her there saying how, she's reached out to them to kind of, like, speak to them. They came onto that show and, like I said, obviously the core issue is what exactly went wrong in the problem she's having with this lifecard and real estate. Uncompleted projects were one of the issues. People wearing properties people buy, they were not finished within the promised time. I know at times that projects may lag behind. Like, obviously it's got to do with project management. There might be delays, and these delays might be caused by a few things, unexpected things that could happen while building projects. And in cases like that, there will be some things you put in place, and even if they put things in place, the project is still going to be delayed. But how are they communicating to the people who have paid for these properties and expect that it should be ready? Like, are you communicating with them? And also, one of the other issues again she mentioned was delayed documentation, like crucial documentation, including even payment receipts. Like, how can people buy something from you and you're not issuing them receipt straight away? For me, that would be a red flag. Like, if I buy something from you and I'm not getting receipt, like in terms of I've we've purchased investments and we've been able to get our receipt at that instant. So if you're not giving me receipts at the instant I'm paying you, I'm sorry, you will have to refund my money to me. So even problem like these are the major issues, like crucial documentation, payment receipts, they were consistently late in everything when it comes to documentation. And you guys know how Nigeria is right now. You guys know how Nigeria is now. You buy property, even property that you've already gone to do estate surveying, you've got to do everything. And years down the line, governments are telling you that that property that property you bought, or that area that you build your land, there's a rail line is going to pass there in future. Blah blah blah, this blah 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 that. When we hear of such stories, and then some company are still not giving you receipts when you purchase property from them, it just doesn't make sense to me. And also, like I said, other issue was a terrible customer service. And this has been highlighted as as a biggest issue. Like in everything you do, when you run a business, customer service is very, very important. You see that some businesses at times They might not have the perfect business, they might not even have the perfect product, they might not even have the the purchase or whatever company that you might want expect them to have, but their customer service is top notch. There are some businesses that even though they perform badly, because of their customer service, the way how quick they resolve issues, how they attend to issues, how they listen to customer complaints, that alone is what is elevating their business. But if you lack customer service or more, you are on your own. But let's keep listening to Adeola.
Many projects, and despite even years of talking to them about their customer service, having several meetings with the owner, recommending trainings for their staff, they didn't take customer service seriously. Now, having said all that, let me say that I am not denying the Nigerian factor. All the challenges that they've been facing operating from Nigeria, like the price hike, the price of everything that they use for construction, suddenly went up, like naira depreciating, like government interference. There were times that the government did not allow them to do any work. So I'm not denying all of that, all of which we all acknowledge. Even the customers, they acknowledge all this. We've brought it up at several meetings, but the customers have actually really tried, because if you collected money from people promising to do something and you are facing challenges, the noble thing to do is carry them along. Like, don't just leave them wondering what's happening. They shouldn't be the one asking. Also, the way you communicate is extremely important. It is so wrong to collect money from people, even if it's $1, and then act as if you're doing them a favor. Like, they paid. It doesn't matter how much it is. And I think personally for me, the most painful thing has been seeing the owner disassociating herself from the company. But when you're at the head of a company, you are supposed to take full responsibility, which
Absolutely,
you
I
can
agree with
still
that.
do. Like, most of these people, they are living abroad. And so
I
if you want
even
abroad customers, you
diaspora people, you know what is for me, it took us a lot of me and my family, it took us a lot of considerations to make even time to decide if we actually want to even invest back home in Nigeria, because it's not that cheap going back home every now and then to go and look after the property you are investing in. So at times you trust families. Families broke our back. Some family members broke our back when we were trying to invest back home in Nigeria, even though it took us a lot of time to decide or to come to a decision that we want to do it. Over time, family taught us a hard lesson, and we had to remove every family member's hands in what we are doing. So now people are now finding other means of doing things without involving family, you know, but that's another matter on its own. But let's keep
have
listening.
to offer a broad customer service. I know that customer service in some places in Nigeria can be really poor, but as Nigerians, we deserve better. We can't be blaming the government for everything if we, the people, are not taking care of business. So this is my first time of talking about this, and it's just to beg them to please put themselves in the shoes of their customers and do the right thing, despite all the challenges that they are facing, which we acknowledge. We are not downplaying them, but honestly, guys, you will never understand what I've been through with a lot of people dragging my neck for about 2 years now, saying that they patronize because
About 2 years, can you imagine? At times, even as content creators, we need to be doing our due diligence as well. At times, I'm not faulting Adeola in any of this. I would imagine, I want to believe that she already done her due diligence. She must have seen some things about this company which allowed her to, to do endorsement and all of that for them. At times, when you hear about the money, at times you're like, but then I think this is a lesson for some content creators. Like I said, I've been approached by a few businesses here in the UK, even in Nigeria, and I've just kind of like, what? Because even one of those ones that contacted me in Nigeria, I asked a few of my friends, family back home, a few people that I know to help me go check them out. I was just not. I was like, I'd rather deal with businesses here that are here in the UK or that are in diaspora, so that if anything goes wrong, you can easily just contact your bank, and your bank will be able to help you reverse your money back. But if you send money from here to Nigeria for a whole amount of money, like you can imagine people buying property that you are expecting them to help you build your property. You spent all of that money. How would you be able to chase your money back if something go wrong? That's one of the things that I have been holding me back in taking even endorsements from businesses in Nigeria. I would rather take endorsement from businesses in the UK or in the US, in Canada, and places like that as compared to in Nigeria. Don't get me wrong, it's not as maybe I don't trust Nigerian businesses, but in cases of when things go wrong, how do you get your money back? how do you get your money back? That's one of the things that's been holding me back. But that doesn't mean that I'm not open. Though. If you know you are a business, that you want me to shout out your business, you want me to like you're looking to maybe speak for your maybe you want to endorse or you want me to do shout out your business or something. You need to be coming strong. You need to be coming strong. You need to be like open. Let me see what you are working with. If you're not being open with what you're working with, if I see that reviews are not, and I'll be asking about you. I'll be asking about your business before I even talk about it. So yeah, that's like I said, I must commend Adeola for coming out to actually even discuss it. But like I said, she said it's been over 2 years, and I would have imagined that she's been trying her best behind camera to try and see that this company will do the needful, and get projects resolved, improve their customer service and all of that. But hey ho, nothing happened.
Because they trusted me, and I've had so many sleepless nights. I mean, how can I sleep? I've had palpitations. I mean, I worked so hard to build my credibility.
Palpitations is starting to affect even her own life because of the business she was endorsing. It's actually starting to affect her own life. Person auntie, person sister, person mama, person wife, no fit sleep.
So to now see what's happening, and to be honest with you, whatever I've been through is nothing. It cannot even be compared at all to what the people who paid money have been through. I can't even imagine what it's like to empty my savings into something that I think that I'm investing, and then being told year after year that it's not ready when I'm paying for it. People don't always understand when we say that it's not easy to make money abroad, honestly. A lot of people walk around the clock just to spend most of the money that they make on bills every month. Because abroad, we pay bills every single month. It's not like back home where some people may not pay for house rent for an entire year. Even if we say that we buy a house here, most of us are paying mortgage. Every single month we pay mortgage. There are so many couples that may not see each other for days, and they live in the same house. Because they are working. Some people have not slept in days working. There are people who took out loans to buy property in Nigeria. Despite that the house or apartment is not ready, they have to be paying for those loans every single month here, which for so many people means...
I know someone who does security job here in the UK. So he only comes home twice a week. He works away because it's he has to work in that company. So like the security that looks after the company. He might have other security people, but for him, that where he works is in Preston. He works in Preston. His family stays in Glasgow, so he goes because there's no point, It's like 18-hour shift or something. So if by the time you come back home, you drive and you come back, you will even be too tired to even drive. So he just stays there for 5 days. They give him like an accommodation within the company there in the where he's working as a security guard. He stays there for 5 days, and then at the end of his 5 days, he comes home, stays for 2 days, and then he goes away back. You can imagine people doing such, and this man would only see his children twice, 2 days in a week, And kudos to the wife as well, who is doing all of the, back and forth with the children and all of that. I will allow you guys to listen to the rest of the video, and I will conclude this video soon.
Denying themselves of so many necessities just to pay their debts. And for most of them, they've actually given up on investing in Nigeria. And then I advertised a company for them. So for them to now face another disappointment is just... So of course, I take responsibility for promoting the company. I've actually gotten close to so many of these customers. They've adopted me as their daughter while we're all pushing for the company to do the right thing. But like I said, I did not distance myself at all. I've made arrangements for several meetings with the company, Zoom meetings. Once again, Auntie Grace, please don't see this video as if you are being victimized. Not at all. All the challenges that you may be facing about any of the properties or any of the land, just let the people know that this is what you are facing. Like, don't just keep quiet. That is the foundation of what we are asking for. Just sit down and write the things you can do better. Start working on it. And if you do, honestly, I would be the one to talk to people. Call them, write them, talk to them. Honestly, I think I've said too much already. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I really don't know how to even end this video. It's been real.
So you guys heard all she had to say there, that it was starting to have an impact on even herself, and also she was even feeling for the people. Like I said, diaspora. I always say that diaspora is covering a lot of sins. Nigerians living in diaspora. Now, being in diaspora alone is covering a lot of multitude of sins that is not even open to people back home in Nigeria. Because yes, they, you know, in Yoruba, Ilu Oyinbo, Obo Ashiri, yeah, you living in the abroad, it covers multitude of sins that people in Nigeria are not even aware of. Yeah, they will say, ah, family, I have a family living abroad, but they don't know. They don't know what you're actually going through. They don't actually know, because at the end of the day, if you are skint here, if you are broke here, who do you want to ask in Nigeria to give you money? If you're not able to pay your rent here, who are you going to go ask to borrow you money in Nigeria? Who? Will they even be with the exchange rate and all of that? How much do you think whoever is going to send you money from Nigeria will even be able to send to you, for you to cover your rent? Who? So, like I said, I kudos to Adeola for coming out to, to actually put this out. This video is also on our YouTube page, and also this is me coming out. Is just actually free to all content creators who endorses companies. I know it's a lot of money these people pay, these companies pay. It's a lot of money. Like, it's a lot of money. Even at times when you tell them that this is the money you want to pay, you can actually engage them, like, okay, this is how much I want to collect. Can we talk about this? Can we talk about price? By the end of the day, there are some people who just endorse products and companies without even thinking, oh, this thing that I'm endorsing, should I really be doing this? There was a time a adult company were contacting me to come and be, to endorse and their product. And I'm like, oh, more, does my channel look like the channel that you guys want to come and be asking me to be selling cucumber, rubber cucumber? Like, no, my channel is nothing like that, and I'm sorry. They were offering me big money that I don't think any of the companies I've worked with, any of the collaboration I've done on this channel before, I don't think they've ever paid me up to that. And I was like, no, my Christian belief, or the fact that I talk about family things, relocation thing, I don't want to come here and be advertising cucumber, that kind of a thing. So as content creators, we need to be very, very careful of companies we are endorsing. And even if we think that is a good thing, yes, we want to help people in diaspora to hold the property back home, it's also important that we do our groundwork. Like, if it means paying somebody to just go and do groundwork on these people, you know, before we take on. And yes, I know it is not all of them that it's not all of those companies that will be able to say what they actually do. But then I understand as well that they have issues with Nigerian government stopping them from building at some point, and prices going up, buying cement and all of this. A lot of things could actually have impacted this company. But the two things that I found from this company, which in future, even if they regulate all of these issues they are having, I would not even encourage anybody to go get anything from them or purchase from them. Not only this company alone, but from other companies as well. Like, one of the major issues with this company, from what Adeola has said, that will actually not make me even want to purchase from them, is the lack of like delayed documentation. My husband and I invested in a property in Nigeria, and we got every documentation within 3 months. And we were told that allocation was going to take place within a year or two. We were allocated a month, a year and a half. And within that a year and a half, they were communicating with us back to back. They were sending emails to let us know what time frame this documentation will be out, the so documentation will be here. Even when they were going to do physical allocation, I was not there. I was in Nigeria, I was in the UK, and my sister had to go do, go represent us to they take a picture, where the allocation is, the documentation, the plot and everything. They carried us along every way. We have all documentation. Even at some point, they were like, oh, they're happy to send the documentation to us here in Scotland if you want. If you don't want it, if you don't want a family member to have it. At some point, the first thing we could do was, allow family member to get that documentation for us, and then later on we ask them to send it back here to us. So, like, you buying something as expensive as that, and you're not even able to get your paperwork documentation, like, almost, to me, that's a major red flag about that company. And also terrible customer service. Like I said, in the UK here, you wonder how some businesses are thriving. It's their customer service, how they listen, how they ensure that customer issues are being resolved. If you are doing sige, like, you are not, your projects are delayed, you are not even giving them your documentation, and your customer service is poor. Like, I don't know how those people were even. But like I said, yeah, they've gone through someone like Adeola who recommended them to buy their properties. And yes, Adeola has done the needful here that she can do here, and I hope this company sits up. And that's why I said that, if you're a Nigerian diaspora and you want to buy a property, I would advise that you save your money or put it in an investment and just take that trip home. there's a lot you can do in a month if you go to Nigeria. You have the funds. If it means going to an estate agent, and this estate agent any estate agent that you want to go into, make sure you carry out your own due diligence. Make sure you investigate them, read their reviews, go to their website. Even if you go on their public pages, social media, you will see reports, you will see reviews. From there that will help you, and then you can go and do your business. Because for me, all this being diaspora buying property, I really don't recommend people to do it. Take your time, go home. Yes, I know buying ticket. People might say, "Oh, travel home and all of that," but try and go home and do these things on your own. You can easily do it. And yes, you can take a time off at work. You use your annual leave and all of that. You can actually bank your annual leave. You don't have to take your annual leave. I mean, at my work now, if I decide that I want to take annual leave of a month, I can. But then I will be saving all of my hours up so that I can, use my annual leave and be off for a month. There's a lot you can achieve in a month in Nigeria. So with that being said, I hope you learn from what Adeola has said here, and I'm hoping that this company will do the needful and get things rolling for the people who have paid money and are expressing their property. So I'm not faulting Adeola in any of this at all. Like I said, it must have been hard for her to come out and do this video to call out this company, and I hope they do the needful. So with that being said, I just thought I'd come share this with you guys. So if any of you have purchased from Lifecard, if you're watching this video back, please kindly leave your experience in the comment section. How have you been able to deal with them? Have they resolved your issue with them? Let us know in the comment section. Maybe this is a company that we need to start shouting all over the place so that maybe Scotty Guma, you guys know how Scotty Guma was calling out that company, P1 real estate. Maybe we have to go and call Scotty Guma to come and shout them out again all over social media. Anyway, guys, thank you so much, and I will see you guys later on in another video. All right, bye for now. Bye.